Hi, Mr. Wegelin here, and today we're going to work on resistance training. My daughter Chloe, she's going to help out. Chloe, come on over. And here's Chloe. I also call her Coco when she's on my good side. We have to be creative at these times. I have a membership at the YMCA, but obviously I can't go to the YMCA and work out. So right here we have some milk jugs, and they're filled with water. Make sure you have the caps on tight. When you fill a gallon of milk up and you put in water or whatever, it equals a little over 8 pounds. So keep that in mind. You can go halfway, you can work your way up, go full, whatever you choose to do with it. Chloe is going to demonstrate with these. We're going to do shoulder presses. What I'd like us to do with our workout, I want you to listen, folks. I want you to work 2 sets of anywhere from 12 to 15 repetitions, okay? So after you finish one of the sets, take a little break in between, approximately 30 seconds to a minute, and then go at it for another one, and then we'll change gears. We'll go to another exercise. So this shoulder press works the deltoids. Go ahead, Chloe. So it's the overhead press, just like that. And what she's really going to shoot for here is, again, that range of 12 to 15. If she finds like this is super easy, next time she can just fill the jugs up a little more. Okay? Okay, we'll say we get to 15 right here. I want you to set those down. Another exercise that we can do are the lateral raises, again for the deltoids. So lateral raises, go to it, Chloe. Okay? So you have your choice whether you want to do the shoulder press or the lateral raises. So long as you're doing one for your shoulders, that would be terrific. Okay, Chloe? Next exercise we're going to do, you could actually hold on to these, and we're going to go to the standing rows, okay? Upright rows, so we get in that position, and that's our movement. And this will work the back muscles, the latissimus dorsi, right back there. It'll also hit the arm, and it will hit the back of her deltoid area. That's a good exercise. Another exercise, I'd like to give you alternatives with this. If you want to try this, we have a few of these. These are called Dynabands. I've actually been working out with these lately, and what Chloe's going to do is, instead of the standing rows, I want you to do the seated ones, Chloe. So she's going to get herself into a seated position, and she's pulling right back just like that. Nice pacing, nice controlled movement. Not too slow, not too fast. Kind of like 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds negative, 2 seconds positive portion of the move. All right? Terrific. Next exercise we'll go to, you've heard of the bench press, I'm sure. We've talked about that in physical education. Here's a modified version of it. Chloe, I'd like you to lay down. Okay. So here's our modified version of the bench press. And Chloe, with this, I'd like your hands just like that, and you're going to push up. And there we go. Always have resistance on the muscle groups as you're going. Okay? Notice she's not getting herself to a point where she brings it right down for a second and then she's at total rest. We always want to have resistance on those muscles. Okay? Keep going. And that's excellent. Okay? So that's one exercise you can do for the pectoralis muscle. Another area, and that's excellent. Okay? So that's one exercise you can do for the pectoralis muscle. Another area that you can do, another exercise, is push-ups. So let's try push-ups. Okay? So push-up position, again, ideally, now this will vary for a lot of you. Some of you might be able to do, like I know during the FitnessGram testing, we had people that could do 40 push-ups. So you could do a couple sets of, say, 30, all right? Push yourself. And the general rule is this. You can stop now, Chloe. General rule is this: when you start to have a form breakdown, like your technique is breaking down and you're really fatigued, that's when you stop. Give yourself a little break. If you can't do regular push-ups, and we have a lot of people that just can't do regular push-ups, you're going to try the modified version of a push-up and watch how these work. You're going to be on your knees, you're going to get your butt down and go to it. And there we go, modified version, terrific, okay? So that's it. So we really worked on some major muscle groups right off the bat. We hit the deltoids, we hit our pecs, we hit our lats. Now we're gonna go to our tricep area. And you remember this one where we take it, we bring it behind, and we use that motion, okay? And these are tricep extensions. And one thing you want to do with this, you want to make sure that you have your elbow kind of staying in a stationary position and your movements just like this. Always resistance on the tricep area, okay? So after you do the 12 to 15 on the one side, you simply switch it, okay? I'm going to switch to the other side. And if you could get that elbow up just a little higher, there we go, okay? And I can really feel that muscle flex right in there when she does that movement. You can feel it, good, terrific. Now, tricep extension. Now you can also try this. If you want to go with a tricep, you remember the kickbacks where you're going like this with the motion, you're bringing them back, okay? I want you to try that now. Okay, so we're giving you alternatives here. All you have to do is one of the exercises, each body part, okay? 2 sets, 12 to 15 repetitions, okay? You can stop. Next exercise, hold right onto those. Bicep curls, okay? And that's the motion, elbows, keep them in nice and tight, all the way up. Okay, if you want to go with the Dynabands, here we go. Same thing, I'm going to hand her the Dynabands. Just going to go with those. Okay, and if you want to get a little more resistance with the Dynabands, get a wider base with the feet, okay, and it tightens it up for you. You feel it's a little more difficult? Yep. All right, that's your motion right there. Again, working in that repetition range of 12 to 15. Okay? Excellent. All right, next thing we have, we worked all really in that time frame, all upper body. All right? So now we're going to go to some lower body exercises. We're going to do an exercise that's terrific for you, and that's squats. All right? First of all, Chloe's going to go without weights first, going to get her form down. And then we're gonna add a little weight to it. So go right to it. Okay? And notice she goes down, and when she's going down, excellent. All right, next thing we have, we worked all really in that time frame, all upper body. All right? So now we're gonna go to some lower body exercises. We're gonna do an exercise that's terrific for you, and that's squats. All right? First of all, Chloe's gonna go without weights first. Going to get her form down, and then we're gonna add a little weight to it. So go right to it. Okay? And notice she goes down, and when she's going down, she's the weight is distributed back on her heels. She's keeping her back straight, and she's going down into a seated position. She's finding a focal point right in front of her to keep the back straight. Okay? Now let's try it with weights. So I want you to hold the weights right like this, okay? And I want you to go down, seated position. There you are, and you're pushing right through it, all right? Terrific exercise. So we have that. Another exercise I'd like you to give a try to. Great exercise. Works on muscular strength in the legs, but also works on the flexibility or lunges. So we're gonna do the lunges right now. Why don't you go without, and then we'll go with. Okay? Notice, keep your toes pointed forward, all right? Back nice and straight. And with that off knee barely touching the ground, all right? And that's your motion, okay? Now let's try it with weights. Okay? Excellent. I don't know whether you can see this or not, but Arthur right here, my dog, he's watching very closely, watching the exercises. He's quite the pampered pet lately, all right? Next exercise we have going is going to be leg curls. Chloe's going to lay on the ground right now, and we're going to take the weight, and I want you to flip over on your stomach, okay? And she's going to take the weight right here, like so, and she's going to curl the weight up. This works her hamstrings, all right? And that's it. Again, working in that rep range, 12 to 15. So when you work the back of your legs, you work the hamstrings. Now we're going to go to the front, all right? So Chloe, if you could let those down, all right? We're going to go with leg extensions. And my camera crew, if you can come right over here, I want you to sit right on the bench. And I actually like this because as she does the leg extensions, she's also going to start to put her core into this as well. So watch what we have here. Feet right here. And she's kicking out. She's working in here. All right, she's working her quadriceps, but she's also engaging her abdominal muscles right in here. All right, so that's a good exercise. All right, you can set them down. And let's go over to our last exercise for the day, and then we'll put a few core exercises on. So we're going to go right over onto the step right over here. All right, you can back up, honey. Okay. And what she's going to do is she's really just on the balls of her feet, and she's flexing those ankles. So she's right on the edge, flexing those ankles, and she's working her calves or her gastrocnemius muscles right back here. And if you want to, again, go weighted with that, you can hold the weight right up here, okay? So if you find what she's going to do is she's really just on the balls of her feet, and she's flexing those ankles. So she's right on the edge, flexing those ankles, and she's working her calves or her gastrocnemius muscles right back here. And if you want to, again, go weighted with that, you can hold the weight right up here, okay? So if you find that's really easy, with 15 of them, weight it up, all right? Last thing, we're almost there, all right? We're going to do a few abdominal exercises. Chloe, are you going to do the kickouts?
Yes.
Okay. So here we go. If you could face Mom right over there.
So.
All right. So go to it.
It's like a combination of in and out and Russian twists. So.
Okay. And she's kicking out. There we go. She's adding a little twist to it. Now, if you want to add the twist to it, great. Okay? It's good to add the twist to, but if you want to keep it straight without the twist, just go to it. Okay? Again, she's hitting the lower ab. If she puts the twist into it, she's working her oblique muscles. Great idea. Okay, she can do that. You can also work the obliques with the bicycle move. Okay? Yep, so I want you to lay on your back. I want you to lay right on your back. I want you to put your arms like this. I don't want you to crank on your neck. And I want you to come up, make a touch opposite. Yes. Make that touch opposite. Get your movement going. You can speed it up even a little more if you want to. Yep. Okay. Here's another suggestion. You can go with planks. Try the planks. We're going to go basic planks, then we're going to put a few variations to them. All right, so basic plank right here. All right, so you hold that for a time frame. So if you want to go, say for instance, a couple sets of 30 seconds, and you find that that's easy, next time you can up the time. All right, now let's try this, Chloe. Spider-Man. Let's go with Spider-Man planks right now. Okay, Spider-Man, here's the motion right there. Again, putting a little more oblique into play, working the abs. And notice when she's in this position, she's really working her arms as well. It's good exercise, all right? And that's the motion, all right? There's a lot of different abdominal exercises that you can try. The important thing really is this: stay with consistency. If you do these exercises, say 2 to 3 times a week, and you do them on a regular basis, you're going to see results after a period of time. First time you do it, you wake up the next day, you might have a little muscle soreness. Over a period of time, you will start to see growth if you combine that with pretty good nutritional habits and getting the right amount of sleep. Last thing I want to say is this. Phys ed department, we meet every week and we talk quite a bit about our students. We really miss you. We wish the circumstances were different. We're very hopeful that we see you next September. And I'm going to ask you to do this, all right, as a favor. Please, under these circumstances, be kind to your brothers and sisters, your mom and dad. One of the things that I love is when my kids just do like a random nice act around the house, whether it's just doing a chore just because they're doing it, not being asked. It's a real cool thing to do. And I ask that you do that over this time. Thank you, and we'll see you later.